Happy Sunday, folks. Hey, this is Wesley Virgin here with another brand new Sunday mindset message here. Okay. How's everybody doing here? So this morning, we're going to start a bit different here. Okay. We're going to, and this is what I want you to do. Pause for a second. Okay. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And what I would like you to do is, I want you to type below in the comment section, what are you grateful for? Okay. 7 things. Okay. It's going to take 2, 3, 4 seconds to do this. Type 7 things that you are grateful for right now in your life. Listen, folks, before I made the transition from making thousands of dollars to millions of dollars, I realized that connection or that transition happened because of this emotion called gratitude. Because before, when I was only making thousands of dollars, I had the tendency to be very ungrateful, such as I was upset that things were not working out. I was upset that I wasn't making enough money. I wasn't making enough sales. I didn't have the right mentorship. So I had this attitude of ungratefulness. And then when I realized that I could be grateful, not only could I be grateful, that it was necessary for me to be grateful to make that path to 7 and 8 figures smoother. Okay. So that's what I want you to do right now before we get started here. I want you to share 7 things that you're grateful for, or even 7 things that you're grateful for that you will attract in your future here. And welcome to the podcast. I am the host. I go live every Sunday here just to give you the message for the week, to not only to inspire you. Okay. I'm not a motivational speaker. I am a educator, because I realize this about people that are motivated or seek motivation, they never succeed in anything. Okay. Ever. The people that need someone to tell them what to do or to give them that kick in the butt, well, those type of folks never reach their land of paradise. And however, education, if I can educate you, which means is you understand deeply what I'm sharing with you to the point that you start to apply it to your life. Now I'm educating you, right? You're understanding, and now you're understanding at a level of application here. And that's what I want. Okay. And that's what my intention is every Sunday here. Tune in. Follow me on Wesley Virgin here on Instagram. My podcast is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It is free. And these are all recorded and uploaded for your listening pleasure here. Okay? So, what are you grateful for? Okay? And go ahead and share this out. Share it out and hit the like button as well. Okay? Share it to your neighbor. Like it. Hit the like button a few times. Okay? And the reason why I want you to hit the like button, because something in your life this week is going to reveal itself to you. Let me say that again. Something this week in your life is going to reveal itself to you. That's going to be the breakthrough that you've been waiting for. Can I get an amen, please? And listen, you may say, well, that's just words, right? That's just hyperbole. But listen, the words that you say will begin to start the creation and the reconstruction of the things that you want. Does that make sense? If right now you think life is not so great, if you think that, well, I wish life was a little bit better. I wish I was making a little bit more money. I wish my relationships were a bit more positive. Well, listen, it all starts with what you say outside of your mouth. So if I tell you right now on this Sunday, beautiful morning, that this week, something great, something positive, something rewarding, astounding, amazing is going to take place in your life. All you need to do is receive it. Does that make sense? You don't need to talk about it. You don't need to discuss with me about it, debate with me about it. All you need to do is say, I received that, Wes. Yeah, I see it. And listen, that goes to the title of this morning's rant, our podcast here. And I want you to write this down, okay? Write these words down, please. See it in the mind first. See it in the mind first. And, this morning, that's what I'm going to train you to do. I want you to see it in your mind first. That's why I want to start with gratitude, because when you're in this attitude of gratitude, you tend to be more positive. When you tend to be more positive, you tend to have more positive thoughts. When you have more positive thoughts, you tend to want to take more action on those positive thoughts. And if you take action on those positive thoughts, you tend to get the positive results that you want. Can I get an amen if that made sense to you? Okay? And that's all I'm doing here. Comment these words below. I must, and I want you to say it with me, okay? I don't care if you're in your bedroom, you're probably at work, you may be on the toilet right now, or maybe a Sunday fun day. I want you to repeat these words with me where you are right now, demographically in your life. I don't care where you come in, Africa, Australia, India, America, Philadelphia. Say these words with me. I must see it in the mind first. Say it and write it. Now listen, I want you to say it with conviction. I want you to say those words as if you believe it. I don't want you to mumble it. I don't want you to whisper it. I want you to say it with conviction. Again, I must see it in the mind first. Which means is the things that you want, the things that you desire, the day that you want to have, the people that you want to meet, the people that you want to attract, the money that you want in your bank account, you must see it in your mind first, where you are in this moment. Does that make sense? Uh-oh. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. I'm getting hot right now. Uh-oh. Somebody gonna have a breakthrough this morning. I just feel that. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be you. I don't know if it's gonna be this young lady that's listening to me right now, or this young man that's but somebody's gonna have a breakthrough. Listen, I want you to write it again, and I want you to say it out loud with me. Say it with your multimillionaire mentor, your virtual one. I must see it first in the mind. Okay? You got to see what you want in the mind first. But you know what the problem is? We have never been taught how to do that. We've never been taught on how to see it in the mind. You may say, well, see what in the mind? How do I see it in the mind first, Wes? What do you mean by that? How many of you want something for your life? Just be honest. How many of you want something? And this is what I want you to do. I want you to take another step, and I want you to type in the comment section below, what do you want for your life? And I don't care what it is, but I want you to type it down first. Because what we're going to do this morning, we're going to get clarity on what we desire and what we want for our individual lives. So all I need you to do, hey, listen, I want you to write down what you want. Because me as your mentor, I'm going to show you how to get clarity around it. Jam this in the back of your mind. Clarity is power. Okay? Clarity is power, ladies and gentlemen. If you're unclear about the life that you want, or if you're unclear about the life that you're trying to design, you are not going to design the life. The life that you're familiar with, you're going to be stuck with. Okay? So in the comment section below, it's going to take you 5 seconds to do this. Don't be lazy. Don't be lethargic about this. Be serious about this because you're living a life that is serious. I want you to type in the comments below, what do you want? What do you want? Sarah? Okay. What do you want? Sasha? Lauren, what do you want? Leon? Cheer? De La Vega? What do you want? Lulu? What do you want? I see you bands. What do you want? Jesus, he says, I want to be the first millionaire in my family. How many of you want to be the first generational millionaire in your family? And let me tell you something, it was a good feeling. Oh my God. You know, when we talk about my experience of becoming the first, I'm the first and I have a large family. And I'm the first on both sides of my family, including my mother and my father. I was the first millionaire out of all the cousins, the aunties, the uncles, and the grand aunts and the grandfathers and the grandmother. Wesley Virgin, was the first documented millionaire in my family. You know how good that felt? You know how refreshing that felt? To realize that I was the first to break that generational curse of poverty, of destitution, of averageness, that I was the example, the model of what was possible in my family. It was life transformational. How many of you want the same thing? Comment below. Okay. How many of you want to break that generational curse of averageness and poverty and to just getting by? Okay. How many of you want to break that generational curse right now? Okay. Listen, if you want to be the first millionaire in your family, you may say, well, where do I start? You start with writing it down in the comment section below. Write this down. Say, I will be. No, you know what? I want you to write this. I am. Oof. I am. Not I will be. Not one day I'll be. I am the first generational millionaire in my family. Write that down. Now, that's a bold statement because, see, at the same time that you write that, your mind is saying, bullshit. What you mean you're not a millionaire? You sleeping on an air mattress. You just moved. You broke. You barely getting by. You living paycheck to paycheck. You can't keep a job. You just got your certification. You're still trying to make things happen. Your credit score's jacked up. You just loaned and borrowed money from somebody the other day. However, this goes back to the topic again. I must see it in my mind first. If your goal or if your intention is to be a first generation millionaire, you have to see yourself as a millionaire. Ooh. Come with the word, go deeper, Wes. I know you want me to go deep. I'm going to go deep tonight. I'm going to go deep this morning. Come with the word, go deeper, Wes. Because I'm going to go deeper because I want you to understand this, that you're going to begin to apply this and do it. Okay? If your desire, okay, is to be a millionaire, to make 7 figures a year, $83,000 and some change per month in your bank account every single month, you must see those experiences, all those things in your mind first, which means is you got to talk about it. You may say, Wes, I'm confused. What do you mean talk about it? Listen, back when I was broke and I realized that I have to see myself as the man that I wanted to be instead of seeing myself as the man that I was. So when I used to wake up in the morning, I would just drag out of bed, roll out of bed, like, oh my God, this is Monday. Oh my God, I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like doing nothing. I don't feel like doing nothing at all. I just want to stay in my bed and sleep all day. I don't want to do nothing at all. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. That was the old West. See, that was the West that wasn't excited to start the day. But I said, well, the new West says that he's a millionaire. So if I am a millionaire, let me imagine how a millionaire would get out of his or her bed. Think about it for a second. Do you think a millionaire is rolling out of bed, or are they jumping out of bed? Comment below, please. Think for a second. All of you want to be millionaires, correct? That's why you're listening to me now. Do you think they roll out of bed, or do they jump out of bed? Probably jump. Do you think they get out of their bed with excitement, or do you think they get out of their bed upset, angry, sad, disappointed, disgusted, stressed out? They get out excited. You think they get out of bed with a smile on their face or a grimace on their face? I'm gonna say a smile. You think when they're walking around their house in the morning, getting ready to go to work, getting ready to go to the business, getting ready to start their day, do you think they're moping around the house, or you think they're walking with a purpose around the house, getting that coffee, getting in that shower, washing that butt, cleaning those teeth, going through the skin routine, putting lotion on that body, putting that Listerine or that breath stuff in your mouth and swishing up a little bit and combing that hair and plucking those eyebrows, putting on that makeup, cleaning those lips, putting that lip balm on, putting that lotion on all over their body, spraying a little cologne, spraying a little perfume in their body, getting ready for their day. Getting ready to conquer the day. See, poor and average people, they get ready for the day. Rich people, we get ready to conquer the day. Which one are you? Are you going to conquer the day, or are you going to get ready for the day? See, when you get ready for the day, that means that you're unaware of what may happen. You're trying to get ready for anything because you're uncertain of what may take place at work, at the job, at school, with friends. Somebody may piss you off. Somebody might embarrass you. They may talk to you, talk about you, tease you. But when you get ready to conquer the day, you are approaching the day as if it has already been done. See, millionaires, when they approach the day, because that's what you say you wanted to be, right? When we approach the day, we're supposed to conquer everything. We know within our mind that anything that we have to deal with, we're going to conquer it. We're going to provide a solution for it. We're going to beat it. We're going to win. We're going to annihilate it. We're going to rip it apart. We're going to make it better. Does that make sense? Comment these words below again. Do it again. Hey, wake up. Write this down again. I must, and I want you to scream it just like Wesley Virgin, okay? I'm screaming it just like you. You should motto exactly what I'm doing. I must see it in the mind first. I got to see my dreams and my desires and my intentions. I got to see that house. I got to see that car. I got to see the vacations. I got to see the money. I got to see the checks. I got to see the positive people. I got to see the business partners. I got to see the customers. I got to see the sales first. In my mind. Everything that you want, listen, you must see it in the mind first. Okay, you may say, well, Wesley, can you just give us a practical way to do that, though? I mean, what you're saying sounds good. It feels good. Feels like I'm at church right now, Wes. But Wes, I need some practical ways or some practical techniques that I can do right now in this moment where I am right now in my life. I'm in my 20s, I'm in my 30s and 40s and 50s. And Wesley, I just need you to explain some steps to me. And I'm going to give them to you. And I'm going to share with you what I do. For you to see what you want in your mind first, some of you close your eyes and you think about it, right? How many of you, that's what you do? How many of you visualize? You know, you close your mind, you think about all what you want, right? You think about this, think about house, think about car, think about plane, think about money. You know, you think about all this stuff that you want to come in your life. You close your eyes. I'm trying to think about it, Wes. I'm trying to think about it. My eyes are closed, Wes. I'm thinking about it, Wes. I'm thinking about the house and the car and I'm thinking about the money in the bank account. I mean, I'm thinking about the business that I want. I'm thinking about it, Wes. I'm visualizing it, Wes. But I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing, Wes. It's not working. I'm closing my eyes. I'm trying to think about what I want. I'm trying to visualize, but I just see darkness. I don't see what it's just not working. How many of you are in that situation right now? Be honest with me. Okay. How many of you are in that situation right now? Be honest. I'm going to help you because I love you. Listen, the reason why it's very difficult for you to see what you want in your mind first, because you have not experienced it yet. There's no experiences. You have not experienced anything that aligns with what you want. So let me tell you what I used to do to help me be able to see what I want in my mind. Yeah. And this one maybe was a decade ago, and I've told the story before, but I'm gonna tell it again. There was a point in time that I wanted a Rolls Royce. Like, I wanted a nice car. I want a Lamborghini. I want a Rolls Bentley. You know, I want a fancy car. At the time, I had a broke down Range Rover. Had a 1988 Honda Accord. Okay, and I'm 30 years old. I'm a grown man. I got 3 kids, and I'm driving a piece of shit car. Because my life was a piece of shit, honestly, because I made a lot of piece of shit type of decisions. I made shitty decisions. Remember, when you make shitty decisions, you're going to create a shitty life. Okay? I always remember that. So what I began to do, and I would do this every Sunday, okay? Every Sunday. I would drive down to the dealership here, the Rolls Royce, in the Galleria here in Houston, Texas. How many of you from H-Town? Houston, Texas, stand up if you're in the building. This is a true story. I would go to the Bentley, the Rolls Royce dealership here off of 610. What's that, Richmond, I believe, Westheimer? And right by the Galleria, where the Post Oak Hotel is now, adjacent to it. And it was closed, obviously. It was 12 o'clock. I would drive up, get out of my car, and I will look at these beautiful Wraith. At the time, I wanted a Rolls Royce Wraith. I was like, that's a sexy car, man. I want that Wraith, man. You know, I was like, man, that's a sexy car. Woo! I need that Wraith in my life, right? So what I used to do, true story. Not only was I there, I used to go live. I used to go Facebook Live when I had a Facebook account. I don't have a Facebook account now. But when I had Facebook, man, I would go live on Facebook. And I was talking about how this is my car and it's beautiful. It's the perfect color. And I'm just grateful that I have it. And it's gorgeous. And listen, some of the cars were open. Some of the vehicles were unlocked. Now, I know what you're thinking, Wesley. You did not, as a black man at midnight, get into those cars. I did. I did. Pause for a second. Listen, when you're serious about what you want, you have to be bold. Got to be confident. See, a lot of you are thinking about, well, what if the police call me? You're a black man in a dealership. I mean, you know what the funny part about that is? When I would go live on Facebook and people were watching me at this dealership, they said, man, you crazy. You're a black man. You get into those $300,000-$400,000 cars. What if you get the police come over and they're going to beat you up? They're going to take you to jail. You're trespassing. I mean, they were telling me why I shouldn't do it. And that will happen to you in your life. You're going to have many people when you're working to change yourself or to become a better version of yourself. There are going to be people that's going to tell you that, hey, stop doing that. Be careful. What are you doing? Slow down. Go back to work. You're losing money. You're using all your money for this. Are you crazy? What about your kids? What about your children? Because these people will be in your ear. I just want you to realize that. But you got to be bold. And I got in those cars. I got in the back seat. And I would just sit there for hours. True story. True story. I would sit in the back of a Bentley. I never forget. I was sitting in the back of this Mulsanne Bentley. And I couldn't afford that thing at the time. Of course not. But you know what I told myself? I said, this is mine. I can afford it. I didn't have $1,000 in my bank account. At that time, I was living paycheck to paycheck because I just went full force on the business. And anybody knows when you start a business from scratch, you know, you're losing money. You're hemorrhaging money like every single month. Like I'm not making any money, but I'm losing money. Barely enough money to be able to pay my bills properly. And I'm in the back of this Mulsanne, and I'm talking to myself, by myself. I'm talking about how, man, this car is mine, and man, I can afford this. I deserve this. I love these beautiful brown seats, and smells good in here. You know, like Bentley and Rolls-Royce, they have a different smell. It's not a new car smell. It's a different smell. It's like a rich smell. I don't know. When you buy your first one, you'll understand what I mean. The smell is very distinctive. It's very different. It's very regal. And I was smelling that car, and I was just feeling those seats around my thighs, and I was, you know, rubbing my feet in the car. But I took my shoes off. I know. I took my shoes off. Started rubbing my feet in that nice carpet. You know, they have special carpet in the Rolls Royce. It just feels so good, so soft in between my toes. And I started to lay down in that thing. I did. True story. By myself, 12 o'clock midnight. Because what I was doing, I was working in creating pictures and images so I can see it in my mind. I was imprinting this image of this Rolls Royce, this Bentley, as if it was mine. Does that make sense? Many of you, the reason why it's so difficult for you to see the life that you want, because you're not going out there to see the things that you want. Listen, you want to be a millionaire, right? What do you think millionaires do? You think they go to CarMax to go buy a car? You think they stand in cheap hotels? Hello? You think they're going to Applebee's? Ain't nothing wrong with Applebee's. You think they're going to Waffle House, and you think they're going to Cheddar's, getting a triple dipper, Bennigan's? You think they're going to Luby's? Do you think they're going there in masses? Or are they going to the Mastro, the steakhouses, all the steakhouses around the Ruth's Chris and all that? They're going to the 5-star hotels, of course. So what I'm saying is, listen, it's not against the law for you to go there, even though you don't have the money to buy anything. Let me say this one more time. You need to understand this. There's nothing wrong with going to a place that even though you can't afford it, it doesn't mean that you can't go. You're telling me that you can't go to a fancy restaurant and just get a glass of water and drink that glass of water all night? You're telling me you can't go to a 5-star hotel? You don't have to book a room. Go to the bar and drink a water all night and talk to people. Just to be in the environment so you can just get in the surround. Just see how it feels. See, listen, you need pictures in your mind of the things that you want. You have nothing. You have no reference. There's no picture of wealth in your mind. You just see random videos on the internet. You see a fancy car. You see a fancy house. You see a fancy chain. You see a nice Birkin bag or something on the internet. It's not enough. What I'm saying, there's nothing wrong for you. There's nothing wrong with you going to the Lamborghini dealership. And even though you don't have money to afford the Lamborghini, but why you can't go there and act like you can't afford it? Write down these words if you can hear my voice. Act as if you are the man or the woman that you want to be. Act as if you are a millionaire. Act like everything in your life is going well. I know it's not, but act like it is. I know that you feel like you are failing. I get it. You feel like you're taking one step forward and two steps backwards. But I want you to act like you're taking steps forward and taking two more steps forward and three steps forward. Act like it. I know you don't feel like doing nothing. I know you don't feel like working out. I know you don't feel like reading books. I know you don't feel like trying to sell customers. Act like you want to read a book. Act like you want to sell people. Act like you feel good. Act like you want to do it. Act like everything is working out perfectly in your favor. How many of you are willing to be an actor here this morning? Act as if. Stop whining and complaining and bitching to me about, oh, it's too hard. I don't know where to start. Well, I try to stay motivated, then I'm not motivated. I tried this thing and it didn't work out. Act like it did work out. Act like you're motivated. Act. Whenever someone says, well, Wesley, how can I be more motivated, have more energy like you? Act like you have energy right now. Act like you're motivated. Pretend. Imagine that you were the most motivated person on the planet right now. Pretend. Pretend that your life is perfect in your eyes. What would you do? What would you say? Where would you go? How would you walk? How would you communicate? How would you speak? Make sense? Comment the word value if you get value here this Sunday morning. Somebody just had a breakthrough. I know somebody's having a breakthrough. Sometimes, listen, it's just like church. I was raised in a church, and my dad's a minister. He's a pastor. And one thing about church, you got to go every single Sunday. But if you're a pastor's child, you got to go Sunday, you got to go Tuesday, you got to go Thursday night, Sunday night, Saturday night, choir rehearsal. So the thing is, the more I would go to church, they were repeatedly giving me this information. Every Sunday, you tend to hear the same sermon, but it just delivered a different way. Well, it's the same thing you're doing when you come to Mr. Virgin's rant here, to the Sunday mindset message here. This ain't church, but it's like it because I'm giving you the same message that I gave you last Sunday, but I'm giving it to you in another package. I'm delivering it a little different here this Sunday because one day I want it to click. And once it clicks, you begin to change your actions. You begin to change your thoughts. You begin to change your behavior. You begin to understand if I want to see what I want in my mind, I need to go see the mansion that's in that gated community. I need to go to the dealership where my car is right now. I need to go to the private school that I want my children to be in. I need to go to the bank where I'm going to be writing $1 million checks to, or depositing them, or withdrawing those checks from. I need to go toward the penthouse or the new apartment that I want on the side of the town, in the neighborhood that I want to live in. I need to put myself in the environment. If I'm a woman, I want to be married. I need to put myself in an environment where there are single men of the caliber that I want. I got to surround myself in that environment. I got to put myself out there a little bit. Does that make sense? I want you to write these words below, folks. If you have fingers to write and to type, I must put myself out there. Type that below. You got to put yourself out there. Say, I got to put myself out there, Wes. Talk to yourself. You got to put yourself out there. You have to go out and experience the things that you want to envision. That's how the mind works. You can lay in your bed, sit in your house, and think about everything that you want, meditate, and think about all the money that you have. But you need to go out there and experience the life that you say that I have. Everybody, when I meet people or when they see me out, out and about, they say, man, I want your life. I want your life. Dang, Wes, I want your life, Wes. I want your life, Wes. I want your life, Wes. And what they don't realize, they're only seeing my life like looking through a peephole through a door. How many of you stay in an apartment or you stay in a home and you got that little peephole? Somebody knock on the door, right? They knock on the door. Hold on. Who is it? You look through that little peephole. You're looking at my life through a peephole. You don't see everything. You just see what you see in the peephole. Which means is you need to go out and think about the type of life that you want to live by going out there and experiencing these things. There's not much that people want to do. They want a ton of money, right? Everybody, can we say amen that we want a lot of money? We want money overflowed in our life, right? But there's only a few things that we want to do with that money collectively. Speaking general, I think all of us want a nice new car. It doesn't matter. It have to be a Lamborghini. It can be a Tesla. It can be a Mercedes. But I think we all love a new car. Can I get an amen? Of course. Well, go out there and go look at the car. Like, what's stopping you from going to the dealership and looking at the car? I think most of us would like to have a house because one day we want to have a family. Maybe you already have a family, but you want to put your children in a beautiful house in a gated community where you're safe and secure. Hello? Can I get an amen to that? Okay, so what's stopping you going to these rich, wealthy neighborhoods and touring these houses? What's stopping you? It doesn't cost any money to tour a house. It doesn't cost any money to park your car in the back of a neighborhood and walk around. I used to do it. I used to go to this neighborhood by the name of Royal Oaks in Houston, Texas. Every day I did it. Every fucking day. I would go to this neighborhood, park my car, 1988 Honda Accord. I would get through the gated community, bypassing the security guards, and I would just walk around the neighborhood for hours. Every day. It's like it was a different world. It was like it was a new world. The grass was cut and manicured. The streets, there's no bumps in rich neighborhoods. In Royal Oaks, there's no bumpy streets. There's no potholes. There's nothing dirty there. Everything's clean, manicured, perfect, smells good. There's no trash on the streets. There's no random dogs and cats running around. It's perfect. People driving in their golf carts, smiling, laughing. Hear little children laughing with their dad and their mom. Hey, Dad, throw me the football, Dad. Hey, Dad, kick me the soccer ball. Okay, let's go back to our millionaire house and have a lunch that our chef has prepared for us. I mean, that's what was going on in Royal Oaks. That's what happens right now in Royal Oaks. If you live in Houston, Texas. Okay? But my question to you, what is stopping you from going there? Well, like, why haven't you been? Like, you're trying to picture it. You're trying to see your life better. Okay? Why haven't you just went out? You want your children in a private school, a school that's safer? Well, why haven't you put in an application to the private school? Oh, 'cause I can't afford it. That's the old you. That's the old you. The new you can afford anything. Does that make sense? Okay? Why can't you go to that school that you want your little boy, your little girl to attend? Walk around. Hey, my name is Mr. Virgin. I'm thinking about bringing my two children here to be a part of your program here. I want to see if I can get some information about it. Maybe I can get a tour today. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. You guys got a science program here. Like, why can't you do that? Why can't you not do that right now? What's stopping you? You are stopping yourself because of the story that is pervasive in your mind. You're telling yourself a story on why you can't do it. Oh, no, I can't do that, man. I don't have any money. Well, these people are going to look at me crazy. I can't go to the dealership. I go to the Lamborghini dealership. They're going to look at me crazy. They know I'm broke. I can't go to the Gucci store, the Hermes store. I can't go in the Chanel store. I don't even have $1,000. Those bags cost $5,000 plus. I'm not going in that store. People are going to look at me stupid. So that's you. That's you telling yourself this debilitating story on why you can't do anything. You're stopping yourself. It's not because there's no resource, no mentorship, and no ways to make money. The conversation that you're having with yourself is keeping you where you are financially, keeping you right now in your screwed up relationships, keeping you right there at that job, keeping you in that little bitty home, that little bitty house, that little small little bag, that bed that creaks up. Many of you you got a bed and your bed hit the wall, don't it? You know, the headboard that hit the wall, it doesn't supposed to be that way, by the way. Your headboard shouldn't be hitting the wall while you're having sex. Hello? That means you broke. You got some cheap beds, cheap headboards. You got one of those all-in-one, all-in-3 sets. What do they call those things? The 6 sets. Hey, get a 6-set bed for $300. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Listen, if you want to see something better, when I state you got to see it in the mind first, you got to leave your freaking house. Stop going to the same place that you used to. Many of you this Sunday, you're going to the same stupid, dumb place you went last Saturday. Going to have a drink, hanging out with your girls, hanging out with your guys. You're doing this repeatedly. Do you not understand that? You're repeatedly doing the same exact activity and expecting different results. That's insanity. You're looking for a day party. They call it a darty. What the fuck is a darty? I heard this the other day. It's not a party. If it's a daytime party, it's called a darty. The hell is a darty? Stop going to fucking darties. Day parties. Who cares? People, the majority of people at a day party are broke. They're trying to run away from their problems. They're trying to get away from their issues. So they spend 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of fun, of alcoholic, just drinking alcohol and doing all type of debauchery type activity and just all this hedonistic type of activity for 3 to 4 hours just to go back to their miserable life. Don't be those people. Many people use Saturday as an opportunity to get away for the things that they don't want to do. The things in their life that they can't stand, that they abhor, that they hate. Okay? I learned this from Jim Rohn. He says, walk away from the 97%. What do you think 97% of people are doing today on a Sunday? Just think about it. Just think about it. What are they doing? What are the masses doing today? Relaxing. Going to the pool at their apartment complex. Going to the brunch spots. Going to the park. Hanging out. But don't have nothing in the bank account. Have bills on the kitchen counter that they haven't paid in months. Credit score is disgusting. Body is fat, unhealthy. Just a raggedy looking body. Looks embarrassing. Walk away from the 97%. Don't read what they don't read. Don't go where they go. Don't do what they do. Don't eat what they eat. What do you think the 97% of people are eating and drinking right now? Alcohol, carbonated drinks, juices, high seas, big old gulps, sodas, Coke, Diet Sprite, Diet Pepsi. Don't drink what they drink. What do you think they're going to eat today? Of course. Fried foods, catfish, chicken, fried, burgers, fried, French fries, tacos. Listen, the 97% of people are very predictable. That's why rich people get richer, because the 97% of people, their habits and what they do are very predictable. It's easy for me to get rich. It's just too easy. It's easy for me to make more money. I just got to choose what I want to do next. But making money is so simple. Because the 97% of people on the planet, they're dumb. They're stupid. You got a person that's fat, overweight. They would say, you know what, man, I'm going on a diet. I'm going to work out. And then on Sunday, she going to eat some Cheetos, hot dog, a burger, and fries. The same person said, you know what, I'm going to get my finances in order. I'm going to be more disciplined. I'm going to be more responsible with my money, right? Same person, they will say this. They will go to Saks. They'll go to Neiman's Market. They'll go to Shein. They'll go to Zara and go buy more clothes on a credit card. Well, I mean, it just popped up. They got a wedding to go to, so I need an outfit. Well, my friend, she's having a party. It's her birthday. You know, I can't miss my friend's birthday. I mean, I'm just going to buy a little bit. I ain't going to spend too much. Just $500 on some shoes and give you a nice little skirt, just a little bit. Stupid. You know, if you ever want to know why the rich get richer, but the rich get richer because of stupid behavior of the 97%, folks. Jim Rohn says, walk away from the 97% and join the 3%. You know what the 3% of people do? What am I doing? Okay. Obviously, I'm a part of the 3% because I'm worth $40 million. That's a lot of money. That's a ton. I mean, I need more, but that's a lot of money. Right? So imagine what a guy that's worth $40 million, what is he doing? Now, obviously, I could do whatever I want to do right now. Like, if I want to have a Sunday fun day, I can go to the pool, hang out, have a mimosa, have a drink, I guess, a Long Island iced tea, and hang out with some friends and laugh. Yeah, because that's what they all do, you know. All the weird people, they just go out there and laugh all day. Yeah, man, you know what happened? Yeah, you know, she had, yeah, she did this. They did this, Love Island USA. Yeah, Kim Kardashian. Whatever. But with me, well, I'm spending my Sundays right now in the morning. I just meditated and I'm talking to you. My son came over early, knocked on my door. I'm asleep. I'm saying, who at my door? My son walks in. He dressed up, looking sharp, smelling good, looking good. I'm saying, son, where you headed? He said, I'm headed to an open house. My son is 19 years old. He's going to an open house because he just graduated real estate school. Now he's going to get his license. Got to go take his test next week. He's going to an open house right now to go meet people, to get in the environment. He's putting himself around people who are already successful. Like, he's not going to sell a house. He's just going in the environment where people are selling homes on a Sunday. He's 19, by the way. And today I had a little conversation with him. I'm very proud of him because he just made his first sale online. He said, Dad, I've been working on something in secret. You know, we're just working on something, just working every day. And I found a product on the internet. I'm trying to sell it. And it just made my first sale. I said, man, son, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Wow. He's 19, by the way. That's what he's doing. And back to me. So now I'm talking to you. Like, this is the podcast. This podcast is going to be uploaded to the internet, obviously, that other people can listen to later on for years to come. Then after this, I'm going to work. It's going to work. I'm not going to watch TV. I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to play around. I'm just going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to work and eat healthy. Drink a ton of water. Take my vitamins. Drink a protein shake and work. So if you ever wanted to know what the 3% of people do, well, that's what they do. They do all the things that you're not willing to do to have the life that you'll never have. So when you see me traveling the world with my girl and flying first class, like we're getting ready to go to Hong Kong. I guess I let you guys into my business a bit. I'm getting ready to go to Hong Kong. So this is how it works. First, we're going to be picked up by my Sprinter, me and my woman, obviously. Take us to the airport. We're first class, so we don't wait for nothing. We're going to board the plane first class, going to fly to Hong Kong first. Once we land in Hong Kong, somebody's going to be waiting for us with a sign that's going to say Wesley Virgin. They're going to take us to an area where we don't have to go through immigration, where all the 97%ers have to go, all the masses. And once we get out, there'll be a Maybach car and there'll be a Mercedes-Benz. The Mercedes-Benz will be there just to carry our luggage, and the Maybach will be me and my queen to take us to the hotel, which is going to be the Four Seasons Hotel in Hong Kong. Yeah. The most expensive, the most prestigious hotel in Hong Kong. We're going to stay in Hong Kong for a couple of days, and then we're going to take a flight to Da Nang, Vietnam. Yeah, going to Vietnam. And we're going to spend a few days in Vietnam, of course, with the Four Seasons there as well. Beautiful, it's gorgeous. Then from Da Nang, we're going to go to Saigon. Yeah, first class, by the way. It's always first class. Since we land in Saigon, someone's going to pick us up from the airport. We're going to have a private driver that's going to take us everywhere where we need to go. We'll do some shopping in Hong Kong and some shopping in Vietnam as well. And we're going to eat a ton of food on the streets because that's what Vietnam is known for. A lot of delicacies, a lot of food. I am going to spend a lot of money, okay? Just buy things because we can. And the only reason why I can have that experience with my woman is because of the work that I put in right now. Get it? See, the work that I'm putting in right now where people don't, because, Nicki Minaj said something powerful. You know who Nicki Minaj is? Beautiful black girl. She gave some advice to this little girl. It's a little girl on the internet that's doing interviews, and I guess she just interviewed rappers and artists, right? And she said, well, the little girl said to Nicki Minaj, okay, Nicki, do you have anything you want to give my audience, any advice? She said, no, but I want to give you some advice. She says, now you need to listen to this and write this down. This is what Nicki Minaj said, okay? She says, what you're doing right now, like this interview, it doesn't define you. What defines you is what you do after the interview when no one's watching you. And I was like, now that's an intelligent black woman right there. She a rapper, she art, but that was gold. Let me say that again, so just in case you didn't get it. She said, what you doing right now? You're interviewing me. That doesn't define you. Because that may be a big thing. Oh, my, I'm interviewing Nicki Minaj. Oh, my God, this is amazing. He said, this does not define you. What defines you is when the interview is done, you turn off your mic, and you're by yourself. Whatever you do then, what you do when no one is watching you, that's what defines you. That's who you really are. Does that make sense? So pay attention to who you are when you're by yourself, when you're not doing your thing, whatever you do. Like whatever you do in life, which is your thing. But what do you do when you're by yourself, when the camera's off, when you're not on social media, when you're not at your job, when you're not at the business, when you're not doing anything? Who are you then? Because whoever that person is, that's what defines you. Honestly. Okay? And that eventually is going to become that person, who you are when no one's watching, is the person that you're going to become. Hey guys, if you got any value, comment the word value below. Share this out. If you got any value here, comment below. If you feel that you had a breakthrough, if you learned something here, something that you feel that you can apply to your life, go ahead and comment the word value. Say, Wes, I just had a massive breakthrough. I needed this, Wes. This is my time, Wes. I got it. I'm going to listen to this again on repeat because you said some things that really hit me hard this morning here. And you're right. I deserve to be a first generation millionaire. I deserve to be successful. I deserve to have these things that are available to me. I don't have to settle for less. I don't have to settle for a mediocre life. I don't have to settle for a little money. I don't have to settle for this boring, mundane life. I don't have to settle for this stuff. There's something that's out there that is better. There's something that's out there that is regal, something that's more profound, something that has fulfillment and purpose, something that would give me that sense of fulfillment to make me want to jump out of bed and conquer the day just like you're conquering the day yourself, Mr. Virgin. So thank you so much. Thank you. Hit the like and share button, folks, one more time for me. If you don't mind, smash the like and share this to somebody else that needs to hear this. Come back to this again. Listen to it. Repetition is the mother of skill. Anything that you want to absorb and to assimilate in that mind of yours to begin to transcend your beliefs and your habits, listen to it again. Just keep listening until you get it so deep that the actions, you will naturally take the actions that are necessary to create the life you deserve to have. Much love. This is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin, and let's go.